Thanks for joining me today. Question for the audience. How do you feel about gifting people perfumes for special occasions like birthdays or Christmas or Mother's Day? Mother's Day is coming up. When I think about fragrances as gifts, it brings back good memories. When I was young, I loved watching the women in my family gift each other and or receive perfumes as gifts for special occasions. And Mother's Day was one of those. That is like a classic day where gifting perfume was like expected or the tradition. Rather than flowers, people would get perfumes. My mother especially enjoyed receiving perfume. I had an uncle, her brother, who just sort of spoiled her. He lived downtown New York City, and he would often, on his way up to visit us in the Bronx, he would stop off at Macy's or Bloomingdale's or some other major department store, pick up a fragrance. And it was often like the fragrance plus the lotion or a powder. If you remember in the 80s, where a lot of the fragrances came with like a powder puff that you could use on your body. And he would bring those up as gifts for Mother's Day, for Christmas, for special occasions in general, birthdays, etc. So I have fond memories of gifting people perfumes, Mother's Day in particular. There is a sale happening at JOMASHOP right now, and it's a Mother's Day sale. So they invited me to put together a landing page with some of my top choices. I decided to focus primarily on classics that I think a lot of people would like and that are on the more affordable side. These days, it's really hard to talk about what's affordable in fragrance because prices have skyrocketed due to demand and the cost of materials and tariffs and all sorts of interesting other factors. So, affordable here in this case is going to be mostly under 100, although there are some examples over 100. So, I want to share five for various different personality types. I couldn't really match them to personalities because I kind of stink at that sort of thing, but five that I think are mass appealing. I also want to share two old school ish kinds of classics, one that can be hard to find. So, if it's not sold out by the time I post this video, check it out. And then I want to share my own personal choices that I'm going to pick up for myself and one for my mom because she loves to receive fragrance gifts. I'm going to start off with perhaps the most affordable of the bunch. It's sitting out on Joma Shop for well under $50. Friends, if you haven't tried this and you're into affordable fragrances, this was not intended to be affordable. Obviously, it came out on the market at a much higher retail price, but absolutely spectacular herbal vanilla. To me, this is maybe the best herbal vanilla smell in my collection and that I have tried. And I have tried a lot and have some beauties. Well, I don't know. Should we talk about whether this competes with Mugler Aura? I'm not really sure. This is on the more sophisticated, matronly end, and it has such an air of class. Absolute class to it. As you can see, I've put a nice dent in this really huge bottle. There's a vanilla base, and there's this beautiful, airy, aromatic nature. There's a bay leaf note, which is interesting. You typically think about bay leaves as being put in like soups and stews and perhaps pots of beans of all things. Oh my gosh, like what does that mean for this fragrance? All I can tell you is that there is this delightfully, slightly herbal nature here that steals the show while being incredibly sophisticated, vanillic, and in like a dense powderiness. The powderiness isn't profound or heavy or suffocating. It is light and almost on the fresh side, but it has a denseness and almost like a creamy nature to it. I just think this is such a delightful composition. I believe there's jasmine in the scent. Let me check out the notes here. Yes, there's heliotrope, almond, and jasmine as the middle notes. The base is vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood, and patchouli, but I primarily get a lovely, perfumey, slightly dense vanillic base that I think make this such a beautiful, feminine, affordable, massively classy, sophisticated fragrance. This is like the Jackie O of fragrances in terms of level of sophistication. Divine, divine. And while Lalique Le Parfum can be like that classy special occasion, mother's beautiful hug in a bottle kind of classy, then I would go on the opposite end for someone that prefers to smell a little bit cleaner and crisper with Tiffany, the eau de parfum, like the original eau de parfum. It comes in this bottle that's supposed to mimic the facets of Tiffany diamonds or any kind of diamond, really, right? And the classic Tiffany blue band around the top. This is that very generic but acceptably beautiful generic citrusy, floral, musky perfume with a tiny bit of a woody base. It's a very classic, clean, crisp smell that is perfect for all occasion, particularly for day-to-day wear, for work, where you smell clean, put together like that freshly starched shirt with a feminine edge to it. The citruses in here are nicely done and they're softly and neatly balanced with the florals and the fragrance with a beautiful, crisp, clean, musky base. And it's lovely. Hard to go wrong with this. Mass appealing, beautiful, fresh. Everybody's going to think your mom or whoever you're gifting this to, your sister if you're gifting it to, or whoever are the mothers in your life that you are planning on gifting fragrances to. It's just classic, clean fragrance that is hard to go wrong with. And in terms of a beautiful, light spring scent, perhaps for the younger ladies in your life, although I think this is appropriate for any age group. I'm 51 and I enjoy wearing this fragrance. It's one of my favorite florals now. That is Elysium from Roja in this gorgeous ombre effect bottle. So, if you want to dazzle with the bottle itself, I mean, who doesn't love receiving a Tiffany gift, right? But this one is coming in hot, for second place here, or maybe first place in terms of the beauty with the bedazzled cap and the ombre effect here. This is a cacophony of beautiful, fruity, citrusy floral notes. Some of the florals in here, freesia, magnolia, jasmine. I mean, there's a bunch. I won't even read them all to you. And it has this vanillic soft base. The net effect here to me is this clean, nearly purpley floral, like soft white purple floral, clean girl, like clean, pretty girl, fresh fragrance for spring. It's airy, it's bright, it's a very pretty, pretty girl fragrance, like a Laura Ashley kind of pretty. I just enjoy this a lot, and I think it is a mass appealing scent, worth checking out, and on deep discount on JOMASHOP. Speaking of Mother's Day, I am a mother to this child who wanted to say hi to everyone.
Okay, yeah, what's good, Mom? Hey,
Do
guys.
y'all remember this little chicken nugget? Who are you?
Bryson.
And what's happening with you
So,
tonight?
I'm going to prom.
Prom.
Yeah, so.
So he's about to shower up and smell good. So if you were buying me something, look at your hair, child. Okay, if you were going to buy me a fragrance for Mother's Day, these are the ones I've talked about so far. Would you choose this one or this one
Ooh, actually, it's not that bad.
or this one?
Can you spray this on your hand or something like that?
It's not going to smell right because I have a different fragrance on, but
Here you go. You can smell it. Yeah, I don't know about this one.
you don't know about this one?
Mm-mm. And then this one is, I don't know about that one. I actually like this one though.
But you turned your nose up at it.
Because it actually smells good. It's like very, very fresh. Like smells like flowers, but it also smells like I don't know how to describe it. Like a very, very fresh. Like it makes you smell fresh. I wouldn't say fresh laundry because then I don't know if you want to smell like laundry, but like it's of the fresh laundry vibe, but it's going in your favor if you know what I'm saying.
This smells like fresh laundry.
Oh yeah, that actually does smell like fresh. Wow.
This is Acne Studios.
That's a little. I mean, it's not. I don't want to hate on them, but I mean that's a little excessive. I feel for fragrance to like want to smell like fresh laundry.
You think? I like it. So I'm going to talk about this one next. Musk Noir Rose.
Okay.
So smell this one.
What is it supposed to smell like? It smells like
musk and rose and plum.
It does. It smells like that.
Yeah.
It also smells like liquor a little bit, but I guess it's.
Oh, you think? A little boozy?
Yeah.
And then this is the last one I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
Can you smell that at all?
Oh, what's this supposed to be?
It's called J'adore L'Or.
I don't know about this one. It smells a little stinky. I mean, to each their own. Hey.
To each their own.
Personally, I think it smells a little bit stinky.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Enjoy getting ready for prom. Yeah. Don't forget to let me come take some pictures of you.
I got it. Thanks for letting me come in here and review some fragrances.
Thanks, son.
See you later.
Bye. Oh, that's my little boo. So as I was saying, this is the fourth recommendation. This one like broke the internet a few years ago. This is from Narciso Rodriguez. It's Musk Noir Rose. As you can see, I've put a pretty big dent in this one, mostly because I enjoy overspraying myself with it. I find this to be rather intoxicating. So as I was mentioning, some of the key features here are a plum note, rose, there's tuberose in the fragrance, definitely a musky base. There's vanilla. Vanilla gives this a beautiful feminine edge. And there's also like a little bit of a peppery nuance that I don't feel like is distinct, but adds a little bit of flair to this fragrance. It sort of smells how the bottle looks, like this darker, deep pink, like a saturated mauvey pink fragrance. It's very sexy. It's sexy and warm, inviting, It's like a warm, sexy hug in a bottle. This is fantastic. And you can find this pretty much for a steal now, even the full bottles. For me, this is more like an evening to nighttime fragrance, great date night scent, great, Netflix and chill, cuddle up kind of scent. So this is for the lady that likes to smell floral and warm and doesn't mind the robustness of like a musky vanilla base. It's hard to buy perfume for other people because as we know, things can be very hit or miss. Heck, I can recommend things to you that I think are amazing and you hate them. Vice versa. There are some things I hate that people in the audience love. And so I feel like these are very mass appealing scents, despite perhaps a little bit of what my son said there. As I mentioned, the fifth fragrance is this J'adore L'Or. This is one of the sort of newer creations from Francis Kirkjohn for the House of Dior. I really enjoy this fragrance. It's one that had to grow on me because there's something almost like cool and grapey on the opening of this that you have to get used to. But it's sort of like one of those optical illusions. Like you think you're smelling cool grape, and as you let your eyes settle into the beauty of it, you start to pick up more nuanced florals and aspects of this. So the fragrance notes, according to the Dior site, notes of orange blossom, jasmine grandiflorum, centifolia rose, gives J'adore L'Or its powerful sensual identity. I feel like this is a combination of almost soapy white florals in the most sensual way. It is a very sensual fragrance, but combined with purple florals. Like I want to say there's maybe heliotrope or perhaps even iris and something like a cool, cold lilac or violet. It's an interesting combination. This smells like the colors on Elysium Look. That is the vibe that I get infused with this warm, sensual goldenness. I don't know what the base notes are to this because all we see are the florals announced on the Dior site. But if I had to guess, I would say there's a touch of like an ambery golden base and perhaps a touch of musk. This is a really fantastic, lovely selection. I have its newest sister on today, which is J'adore Intense, which is pretty much this kind of smell with a sweet honey ribbon infused in it and a little bit freshened up for spring. Fantastic fragrance, but this is a top pick and now can be found on discount on JOMASHOP. So then I want to share two like classic fragrances that I think are for the more mature crowd and those of you that have memory associations with these. The first one is impossible to describe, but this is a lifer for me, and that is Givenchy Amarige. I adore this fragrance so much. This came out, I always get the dates mixed up. It was either 99 or 2000 or 2001. So it's at least 25 years old and a powerhouse when it first came out. This is a big, bold floral with an amber woody background. It's really a tough fragrance to describe because it has so much going on. It's got all the big, bold florals, including tuberose, and I don't know what else. Maybe there's a lang lang. It feels like there's a combination of big, bold white and yellow florals, all in this beautiful, harmonious composition here. There's a real warmth and goldenness to the base that I can only describe as like a soft, thin amber that perhaps has a lot of vanilla in the amber accord, alongside this beautiful golden woodiness that just works in this perfume. I believe there's sandalwood in the perfume as well. And it's big, it's bold, it's sensual, it's warm, it's matronly, very mature, very inviting, but I don't find it suffocating. I really don't. At the time that it came out, I did, because I remember ladies just dousing themselves in this. And it's one of those fragrances that less is more. It is a fantastic, matronly, beautiful perfume. And then a hard to find fragrance created by my favorite perfumer, Dominique Ropion. Joma Shop is carrying Safari. I hope it is not sold out by the time that this video posts. But as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to add it to the landing page and offer it to my audience. So those of you that remember this beautiful smell, it's one of the only like hay-like, I'm talking about like hay is for horses hay, green, dusty, aromatic fragrances that just takes me back to my youth. This was released in 1990. I was 15 years old that year. And I remember thinking that I was so fancy and sophisticated wearing this perfume. It's got this almost like a dusty greenness to it and aromatic like herbs. Think of herbal touches. Like, I don't even know what kind of herbals, but herbals that you would put in Italian food, like imagine a combination of rosemary and thyme and maybe even basil or something. That aromatic nature that only those fresh leaves, not cooked, but like when you rub fresh herbs and you smell your hand, they have such a beautiful, refreshing spa-like smell to them, combined with some green aspects, almost like an earthy greenness. However, there's something really dry and dusty about this fragrance that's really, really appealing. It has like a mystery to it because of that. I always associate this smell with being out on safari, that feeling of like the sun setting and that sort of golden hour sunlight capturing the dusty nature of kicking up the earth behind the Jeep. That's the memory that comes to my mind, probably too because of the advertisements for this, which was like the Ralph Lauren Safari, name of the fragrance. Not a surprise association. The base notes here are amber, they're woody notes, patchouli, vetiver. I would say perhaps that sort of green, dusty nature of vetiver shines through with the woodiness. This isn't a fragrance I would wear every day, but it's a very nostalgic scent. And for those of you that have been missing Safari, grab what is left on JOMASHOP and get yourself a bottle. Okay, and then in terms of the fragrances that I'm going to buy myself and my mom, I'm going to get myself a bottle of light blue. The Eau de Toilette, the old school light blue. I still very much enjoy that fragrance. It is iconic, unmistakable, opens up with citrus like lemon, and I think it's green apple, and I forget what other fresh notes. And then it has this perfumey muskiness to it that I can detect anywhere. When people are wearing light blue, I smell it in the air. I have had a travel spray of the Intense, which one of you said is getting discontinued. I tried the new Parfum version, Eau de Parfum version. I like that, but it kind of died down in the dry down. I have yet to try it again. Like I need to give it a fair shake, but I am craving the original light blue. I've had bottles of light blue in the past and just want to get a new fresh bottle. And then I need your advice as to whether I should pick up Inlay from Memo. Is that how you pronounce it? Inlay with the tea and jasmine and citrus and osmanthus musky fragrance. I've heard great reviews on it, that it's a very feminine, beautiful floral fragrance. I know that I tried it a while back, but I don't remember for the life of me what it smelled like. It is on sale, and I put that on my page as well. Perhaps also IDYL, which I keep hearing wonderful reviews about, a floral with honey in it and a little bit of greenness. Let me know your thoughts on Inlay versus IDYL, and would you prefer one or the other, and why? I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll get one or both, probably just one. And then my mom has asked for Shalimar. Yes, I have an interesting relationship with Shalimar. If you've been with the channel for a while, I've talked about it ad nauseum. I cannot wear Shalimar. It is way too much of a powerhouse for me. I associate it with warm, old school, matriarch of the family kind of smell. It has a leathery base to me. I know that there are some citrus and other notes. I used to own a bottle of the Eau de Parfum. I've got a couple of the flankers. It's a citrus and amber fragrance. The primary accords, citrus, leather, vanilla, a little bit of incense, and there's a little bit of an animalic touch in Shalimar that just is not good for me, but my mother loves it. It smells great on her. I do associate it with her, and that's what my mother has asked for, so she's getting a bottle of Shalimar. Tell me your thoughts on this lineup. How did we do with the mass appealing variety here? And do you have other recommendations for fairly safe Mother's Day gifts that you would share with the audience here? Thanks so much for watching. Again, the link to my JOMASHOP landing page is in the pinned comment and down in the description box. If I can, I will also link these through YouTube shopping to JOMASHOP so you can get that special sale price on these. The details of the sale are also down in the description box. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Take care, and happy Mother's Day to those of you that celebrate.